Let's open the Bible. Acts chapter 12, verse 5 through 10. Look at Acts chapter 12, verse 5. Let's all stand. Peter therefore was kept in prison, but the prayer was made without ceasing of the church unto God for him. And when Herod would have brought him forth the same night, Peter was sleeping between two soldiers, bound with two chains. The keepers before the door kept the prison. And behold, the angel of the Lord came unto him. A light shined in the prison, and smote Peter on the side, and raised him up, saying, Arise up quickly. And his chains fell off from his hands, and the angel said unto him, Guard thyself, and bind and thy sandals. And so he did. He saith unto him, Cast thy garment about thee, and follow me. But he went out, followed him, and wist not that it was true, which was done by the angel. But though he saw a vision, when they were past the first and second ward, they came unto the iron gate that leadeth unto the sea, which opened to them of his own accord. And they went out and passed on through one street. And forthwith the angel departed from Peter. I'll go back to the verse 5. Acts chapter 12, verse 5. Peter therefore kept in prison, but the prayer was made without ceasing of the church unto God for people. Let us pray. Dear Lord, we come to you this morning. I see the picture of the Peter, the power, as the bottom of the trial. And so the church, the people of the church pray unto you, Lord. With Peter's name unto you, so you deliver Peter. So let us understand your mighty work will answer our prayers. Our burden may lift it up because of the someone's prayer. Church will pray for the people. People pray for church. So you will answer those prayers. Continue to be with us. Give me the word to be a mouthpiece to your message. Help us to open our heart, open our eyes to see you. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen. Amen. I'm going to sing this song number 78 again. There is a reason 78 was low. Oh. But no apologize, because it set my heart on this I saw the Peter guy in the jail, bottom of the bottom. God on the one side, chained up, and God on the other hand, they chained up to God. What a way to sleep, isn't it? And this song last week, and I kept on singing. When we were powerless, when we were out of hope, we gain hope because of someone is crying. And that is important. We're not alone. We're with Jesus. Let's listen to this word.
What Jesus said, and today I walk beside Him, for He knows what He said. Every step is getting brighter as the goal. Every bird's getting lighter, every cloud has silver line, and the sun is always shining, and no tear will dim the eye. At the ending of the rainbow, where the mountains touch the sky, many things about tomorrow I don't seem to understand, but I know and I know who holds my hand. I don't know about tomorrow. It may bring me poverty, but the one who feeds the sparrow is the one who stands by me at the path that be my portion, maybe through the flame of blood and His presence goes before me, and I'm covered with His blood. Many things about tomorrow I don't seem to understand, but I know who holds tomorrow, and I know who holds my hand.
I cannot pronounce at all. But this is where the NIV Bible, it says Peter was kept in prison, and honest prayer. Honest prayer. Honest is this word. I put the fervent. Some of the translations said fervent prayer went out. Fervent. But the King James says without ceasing, without stopping. Same one right here. And it's the page one. Let's open the Luke chapter 22. Chapter 22, verse 39, Jesus prayed in the Mount of Olives. Remember, this is just before the crucifixion, just before the arrest. So Jesus prayed unto God. It said Jesus went out as usual to the Mount of Olives, and his disciples followed him. On reaching the place, he said to them, pray that you will not fall into temptation. He withdrew about a stone throw beyond them, knelt down and prayed, Father, if you are willing, take this cup from me, yet not my will, but your be done. An angel from heaven appeared to him and strengthened him. Verse 44. And being in anguish, he prayed more earnestly, and his sweat was like a drop of the blood falling to the ground. Remember this crucifixion. Jesus asking God the Father, is there any way I can get out of this? But not my will, your will be done. And he prayed so hard. The sweat changed to blood. A hard prayer was praying. And it said, verse 44, and being so anguished, he prayed more earnestly. The word more earnestly in the Greek was the same word. Intense prayer was given unto God because Peter was in jail. Now I put the picture of the Peter. I mean, legs is held. I put the wall of the Peter's jail. It is important because it says, go back to the first part of the chapter 12. Before the Peter's arrest, something was going on. About that time, Herod the king laid violent hands on some of the who belonged to the church. He killed James, the brother of John, with a sword. When he saw that it pleased the Jews, he proceeded to arrest Peter also. This was during the days of the unleavened bread. And when he had seized him, he put him in prison, delivered him over to 4 squads of soldiers. Each squad had 4 soldiers and 4 I know the 4 times 4 is 16 soldiers. Is that Peter is that mighty power overpower these soldiers? Don't think that's what they were dealing with. Open the same book of chapter 5. See, this was happened, I don't know, a few months ago. Because Peter preached a powerful message, and they could not stand the popularity of Peter and John and all the apostles of Jesus Christ. So they put them into the prison. All right? Chapter 5, verse 18. They arrested the apostles and put them in the public prison. But during the night, the angel of the Lord opened the prison door and brought them out, said, "Go and stand in the temple and speak to the people all the words of this life." And when they heard this, they entered the temple at daybreak and began to teach. See that? So this would happen. And all the soldiers remember, Harold remember. So to make sure this time is not public prison. What's public prison? It's like a common prison, like Lafayette County prison, whatever. That's not prison. That's jail. So they put the full squad. So let's picture that. I cannot draw the people, so I put the Peter. P. You see that? Okay. That big enough. Peter is not standing, but I cannot lay down Peter. How do you lay down Peter? Anyway, remember he was chained up with 2 soldiers. One side is soldier, other side is soldier. And they are chained up. I don't know what the chain look like. To the 2 soldiers, making sure he will not get out. Right. Now, this is a big doorway. In the doorway, there are 2 soldiers standing. One squad. Okay? Okay, this is not common prison. So what they did was, we just read, verse 10. When they had passed the first and second guard, or gate, okay? First guard is right here. Not only one, but one squad. One squad is 4 of them. First guard. Second guard. Another 4. 4, 8, 12. 12 soldiers. First and second guard came to the iron gate. That's leading into the city, see? That's the main part right here. Soldier, standing, one squad. One squad, 2 squads, 3, and a 4 squad. 16 of them together. Now, where's the church? Outside of prison, right? So let's put the church somewhere around here. Now we're in the church. Let's put the steeple. Now, they had a prayer. Now, this is important. 21st century. If you have any dissatisfaction of the political system or anything, what they do, demonstrate your opinion. Get the big sign said, "We want Peter. We want Peter." That's what we teach at the school. Do not put your frustration in your heart. Express yourself. That is democracy. It is important. We want Peter. Peter is not justified. Give me the justification. Big sign. Face to face with God. Did they do that? No. Instead, they prayed inside the church. There are the people all over the place. Let's put the C for the church people. Inside the church. Outside the church. Rooftop of the church. All over the place. People praying. And my Bible said, prayer was made unto Roman soldiers, unto the king Herod. No, unto God. Why? It don't make any sense. Peter is right here. Why are you putting upward? It don't make any sense with the worldly thing. But this is the beauty of Christianity. So that God will come down. Help Peter. Help us, Peter. I don't know about tomorrow. To Peter, it's like what the tomorrow means. That was meant head chopped off. It said same night. What the same night? Verse 6, this is the NIV, it said, now when Herod was about to bring him out means out to the execution place. That very night Peter was sleeping. I don't know how much he's sleeping, but he was laying down because there's no choice. Chained up to the guard. Peter was in prison. I was at the heart hospital, 18 years. Next morning, they will open up my chest, take out my heart, open up my heart, and touch up the big hole between the channels. They said it's not complicated, it's just 45 minutes your heart is out of your body. It's okay, the machine will take care of the blood.
It's okay.
It's okay, it's easy for them.
Right.
But easy for me because I slept through. It was a prayer time for my family. Honest prayer went up. They cannot do anything about this heart surgery. But the prayer unto God is went up. because we are powerless on some extent. So we rely on what? Almighty power of God. So that God will take care of the business. Same thing right here. When we were powerless, when we were hopeless, who need make a prayer? Who will talk to? Who rely upon this darkness? Let's talk to God. That's what this is. Now, if you make a prayer and come right in, the answer will be this wonderful thing. But there's so many unanswered, hard to explain things in this chapter 12. First thing is, verse 2, it said, Herod killed James. This was not unleavened bread time. So before that arrest and killing happened. Did the church people did not prioritize? I'm sure they did. As hard as when the Peter's came. Well, what about this? King Herod was pleased because arrest and kill James was good for the people. Popularity went up, so arrest Peter. But when arrest Peter, it went up during the days of unleavened bread, Passover. So during that 7 days period, you cannot do execution. That's reason he had put into the deepest part of the prison, kept him, making sure he would not escape. But what I'm trying to say is, it says here, it's the night before Antioch. So day one, church people pray. Nothing happened. Day two, church people pray. Nothing happened. Day three, day four, all the way to the last night, just before the whole thing is over. Unleavened bread is over. Next morning, sure thing, execution will start. Why did God wait this long time? The Bible said to God, 1,000 years one day is like 1,000 years. Easy, but sometimes it's hard to explain to the people who is waiting on the doctor's appointment, waiting on the surgery, waiting on the biopsy result. Then I remember Mary and Martha. Remember the rebels? He died 4 days. Martha said, Jesus, why didn't you come 4 days ago? If you appeared 4 days ago, they don't have to die. But you came 4 days late. too late. Oh, Jesus. Let me see the grave. Open the grave. Brethren, come forth. He's alive. He's alive. Jesus, that's all. Wonderful message. But the people went through that suffering, went through this agony, went through this sadness, losing the brother, losing the son, losing the best friend. Why you have to go through that much? Why Peter had to suffer this cold, stone cold place for 6 nights? How to explain it? It's hard. I will get a clear picture will be getting when I see him face to face. I'll ask many, many questions. For 40 years ago, if I see this prayers goes up, I said, you crazy people, I quit. Everything is done. But the 1980, August 24th, I met Jesus. And he told me this is the only way. To you before make no sense, but now that make all the sense. And the unknown things. When the time period and the things you're going through, the suffering, this suffering, the short moment, the glorious time await. Await in heaven. Endure this thing. Now let's talk about Peter. Verse 7. Go back to the Acts chapter 12, verse 7. Behold, the angel of the Lord stood next to Peter. A light shone in the cell. Remember in the jail, a long time ago, they don't have a night light. If the moon is up, then maybe it's a little light. I don't think they have windows to talk about. In the pitch dark. And all of a sudden, angel showed up, light shone in the cell. Where the guard, where the soldiers, you think they were up trying to fight with the angels? No mention. I figured they were asleep, deep sleep. He struck Peter on the side and woke him, saying, "Get up quickly." And the chain fell off his hands. One thing. First thing that appeared was chain fell off. Get up, Peter. It's time to go. And Peter didn't know that trust this thing was still a dreaming. I would do the same thing. What's going on? But if you say so, I'm going to follow you. Verse 8. And the angel said to Peter, "Dress yourself and put on your sandals." And he did so. He said to him, "Wrap your cloak around you and follow me. Follow me." He went out and followed him. He did not know what was being done by the angel was real, but he thought it was seeing a vision, dreaming. Don't know, but I follow you. He said so. Look, verse 10. When they had passed in the first gate, no problem. Second gate, no problem. Right? Past the first and the second guard, they came to the iron gate leading into the city. Last one must be the big one. Now, they put on purpose, we put the 3 different gates, well, 1, 2, 3, 4 different gates. So if the soldier, if someone overpowered this soldier, okay, this one will try to tell the next inner part of the soldier, make sure, listen, some guy's coming in, emergency, put the 911, whatever, get more help. That's the system, okay? That's a lot better than 16 people around here, around the pit. You get the 1 gate, 2, 3, 4 different guard system. Nothing works, right? Because God's power is much stronger, much powerful. Now came to the iron gate leading into the city. It opened for them on its own accord. And they went out and along one street. They are walking. Peter and Andrew walking one street. And this NIV Bible says, immediately, angel left him. Immediately, angel left him. I stopped that reading of the text. But the next verse it says, when Peter came to himself, he was not himself. Am I dreaming? What's going on? I just follow him. Right? Now, when Peter came to himself, he said to himself, now I am sure that Lord has sent his angel and rescued me from the hands of the Herod, from all that the Jewish people were expecting to happen in the morning. That it just happened. The sure things. My chains are gone. I'm free to walk. Yes, I'm walking on the street. That's the power. It's not. Peter was in the prison, but now it's on the street. Yes, that is the picture we can see. But the Peter realized what it says. Peter come to himself and said, now I'm sure the Lord has sent his angel. Can you see that? Lord has sent his angel unto Peter. That's the reason Peter is standing on the street. Okay, I'm standing because of angel of the Lord. How do you connect that? Because the church prayed. Because the church prayed. Similar things happen. Luke chapter 24. It's the last part of the Bible. Let's open to Luke chapter 24. The white image. Remember after the crucifixion, 3 days passed, and 2 guys were walking, and Jesus joined. What's going on? Why are you talking so sad? Tell me what happened. You don't know about this Jesus of Nazareth? He was doing good, and all of a sudden people crucified him, killed him. And we are assured think that God will rescue him, but nothing happened. He died, buried on the left tomb, and the lady went this morning, somebody stole his body. What is going on? Remember that? And they walked miles away and come to their village and said, won't you come, stay with us? Seems that you understand the Old Testament. Explain more things. So Jesus went to their house and opened the supper. Luke chapter 24, verse 30. When he was at the table with them, he took the bread, and gave it to them. Look at verse 31. Their eyes were open. They recognized him. Verse 31. Their eyes were open, and they recognized him. Then something strange happened. And Jesus vanished from their side. Disappeared. Just like Peter was walking on the street, and all of a sudden an angel disappeared. At the same time, Peter came to himself, about right here. Verse 32, they said to each other, did not our heart burn within us, while he talked to us on the road? And he opened to us the scripture. Oh, wonderful thing. We met the Lord. He is alive. Now, I preached many times, but I want to mention here is more important about this right here. What did they do? Verse 32, they said to each other, did not our heart burn within us while he talked? Jesus talked to us on the road, and while Jesus opened to us the scripture. Oh, I know how wonderful to talk with Jesus. Then verse 33, what did they do? And they rose that same hour. This is after supper. We're talking about 9, 10 o'clock. And they were miles to walk. I bet they were running unto the church people. And the church people were there, Jerusalem, scared to death, were talking, what's going on? They rose the same hour and returned to Jerusalem. And they found 11 and those who were with them gathered together and told them, listen, Jesus is alive. We talked to Jesus. He ate supper with me. Listen, Jesus is alive. If your life is so important to the church, your life is so important. They will pray for you. And things will happen because of God answering prayers. Honest prayers. Fervent prayers. Prayers without ceasing. God will listen.